Hey guys, Lordicus here with an achievement guide for Hogwarts Legacy. This one's called the Intrepid Explorer and it's for discovering all 5 Cairn Dungeons. The first 2 dungeons I'm going to show you can be visited at any time. The later 3 need to be done within particular quests. The first dungeon that we're going to discover is the Dale family tomb. So head over to Hogwarts Valley. Then from the Brockborough Flue Flame head east and you should find the dungeon. It's tucked away in the mountainside right at the end of this valley. Once you approach it, to discover it we need to actually head inside, so go up to the door and hold X. Once you've loaded into the dungeon, that should count towards one of the 5 and you can then leave. The second dungeon that we can simply walk into is called the Tomb of Treachery. This can be found on the Poidsea coast. At the very north of the region, we passed over the Tomb of Treachery when we crossed the bridge. So to access the dungeon, all we need to do is hop onto our broom, fly underneath the bridge through the waterfall and we should find the dungeon. There is also a flue flame right next to it called the Tomb of Treachery, but for the purpose of this video I'm going to choose the flue flame at the castle and show you the route in, sweeping down under the bridge, through the waterfall, and as we did with the previous dungeon we have to then approach the entrance, hold X, head inside for that to count as the second dungeon. Once you've loaded in, you're then free to leave or you can continue through the tomb. We're now going to move on to the Cairn Dungeons that require access via quest lines. The third dungeon is called the Collector's Cave, which can only be entered during the main story quest, The Helm of Urtkot. This quest line appears just after you've done Jackdaw's Rest and discovered the map chamber. As with all the other Cairn dungeons, as soon as you walk into the Collector's Cave as part of the main story quest, the achievement will progress. The fourth dungeon is called the Feldcroft Catacombs. This is part of Sebastian Sallow's relationship quest, and the quest that we're looking for is In the Shadow of Time, which is Sebastian's 6th relationship quest, so it's quite far on into the story, around when you do the second trial. The dungeon is located just south of Feldcroft, but you can't open the door to the dungeon until you've started this quest. The final Cairn dungeon is called Moonstone Garden. This can only be accessed during Poppy Sweeting's relationship quest called the Centaur and the Stone. As with Sebastian's, this is the 6th relationship quest for Poppy Sweeting, and you'll find it unlocks once you progress the story until the point you've completed the 3rd trial. The dungeon itself can just be found to the west of Irondale, however you can't open the door until you start Poppy's quest. If you found all the information in this guide useful, as always please like and subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.